Get it across the half court strike. Now he can drive all the way. Puts it up and
under. Welcome to the Cool FM Live Sports Show. My name is Jon Berger. I'd like to welcome Jared Young.
Hello, everybody.
Coach Dennis Baker. And Coach Lassiter on the far side. How are you guys doing this morning?
Great.
Good. We got a great show planned for you guys today. We're going to go over some top plays. We got game recaps from ALA basketball, some Buena wrestling, and, of course, some Buena basketball as well. Not to mention we also have buzzer beater, and I'll be beating these guys in some sports trivia later on today. So stay tuned. We got a good show.
Good luck to you, Coach. We wanted to also let you guys know we have a very special guest coming in here later on in the show, as you will see. Just want to lead in with that, and some good college updates and other local updates, and we'll be getting into some all-star selections and all kinds of fun stuff on the show. So stay tuned.
Well, again, hello everybody. Let's get right into it with our top plays brought to you by Seniors Helping Seniors.
Get it. Starting with ALA basketball here, hosting the Alta Vista Lobos.
ALA in the white. There goes
Steal
Griff.
right here. Yep.
Steal and layup.
Nice play there. Okay, that's Caden Lee.
Caden Lee in the middle.
Caden
Pass
in the
from
middle.
JoJo Thomas here.
Ooh, nice job.
That is Sean Brown with the big takedown for Buena Wrestling.
Wow.
That kid is like, pin me, please.
Yeah, right?
The JoJo
Thomas with the
JoJo
English.
the microwave Thomas.
What was that? That double pump? Okay.
CJ Williams with the steal here. Bringing down court, all defensive eyes on him. He leads the nation in scoring. Ooh,
For
step
three.
back.
Count it.
Man.
I like the lunch lady in the background.
JoJo Thomas.
From the logo, JoJo shot that from the parking lot.
Deep three there.
Oh, look.
Big time block by Thomas Welker.
Yes, sir. Welcome to
Ricardo
the
and Teddy
Mo.
Fruin.
Teddy with the finish.
And one.
Teddy's on varsity. I love it.
Yeah.
Kid's making some
CJ
moves.
Williams.
CJ up.
Oh,
Great
what a
pass.
Side to
feed.
Johnson.
Look how big those kids are.
Feed.
ALA's got some bigs this
Yeah,
year.
they do. I'll take that.
Eli Ivachuko, the steal, and the lay.
With the
Is there any
reverse
way
on
we
the
can get some
basket.
headbands on these kids? Like, it's that same haircut on every kid.
That's Brock Santa Maria right here with the
Get your head off the mat. Get up, squeeze.
Big time
Nice
kid
job.
right there.
Oh, good
Nice
hand
pick.
by
Dawson
Wambach.
Simon. Stephen Wambach with the finish.
Nice little finger.
Little
leg,
wrist
baby.
flick of the wrist.
Bob Cousy going right hand all the way to the wrist.
Jay Williams.
CJ
Oh,
Williams.
pass
Oh, yeah, we saw
inside.
that one.
The little
Got some
court
great
pressure.
defense there.
Oh, nice.
Good hustle there by
Still.
Welker.
Let Booker finish it.
Booker can jump, man.
Jeremy, man, just doing some damage this year. Oh, another Jeremy.
Jeremy again.
Ooh.
Believe
Believe it or not, no foul on that.
Hey.
He got mugged, bro.
Hey,
Right.
I hope he has dental insurance.
But some great plays there brought to you by Seniors Helping Seniors. Speaking of Seniors Helping Seniors, if you're a senior searching for a like-minded friend to help you tackle chores and tasks, or even a companion to join you in hobbies and activities, call Seniors Helping Seniors. Their caregivers are seniors themselves and show up ready to exceed expectations on a schedule that meets your needs. Or you can make a difference by calling the Seniors Helping Seniors family. Check them out at southernArizonaSHS.com or call 520-487-4246.
All right, the game recap. Let's get into it.
Brought to you by Prestige Remodeling. I believe the first game we're going to look at is that ALA basketball.
It should be LA versus Alta Vista. I was at that game. That was Todd and I that had that game. So right here we see Williams bringing it up early, passing it out there, getting buckets there with the assist there to Williams.
He's such a good scorer and a pass.
He really was. ALA played great defense, and their outside shooters did very well shooting the three. Nice pass there, and an assist, and then the finish there by Creed. Williams again kicking it outside. This young man right here was money the other night. That's Austin Zintar. That's his second three-pointer of the night. Williams driving in again, and he just finishes that time and gets the and one. And you can see by the score here, the Guardians well in control. That's young Jericho Nickel, the freshman, passes it off. Another pass there. Williams at the top with the mid-range jumper this time. Bottom of the net, nothing but.
Does not miss.
So ALA, like I said, they were on top the whole time. They stayed in control of this game. Williams dishing it inside there to Davion Johnson with the finish. That was one of our top plays. Again, this ALA team is different from the past. They got a lot of size this year. 6'7", Davion Johnson. And you see next to him is 6'8", Hunter Rogers. So this team is a lot bigger. And we're seeing that they're working the ball around. Williams bringing it up. Pulls up with a step back three. Nothing but the back iron on the rim. And we're in the second quarter here. ALA already up by 15 points, or by almost 15 points. Another big three from the outside. I told you guys, Zintar was on it that night.
DJ brings this one up. Another three. Wow. Dropping hands.
The net was still stuck on the
Yeah, it was.
last one.
So we just got to halftime there. This is now the second half. That's Austin Zintar again. But Williams had 25 points here at halftime. And now we're in the second half. This Alta Vista team, they kind of struggle trying to bring a ball up against that press defense. That's Creed getting another lay-in off the steal.
Nice defense. Big win.
Big win for the Guardians. They win 85-54. Williams finished with 45 points in this game.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
40 plus points is impressive no matter what, but when you combine that with what we saw in a lot of those highlights, is great passing ability.
Yes.
I'm impressed by, CJ, we all talked about him for the last couple of years. Such a great player, especially scoring the basketball, but we see he's a willing passer as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's helping ALA be dominant.
And I believe he had a double-double. I think he had 12 assists as well.
Wow. 45 and 12?
Mm-hmm. Solid numbers, very solid numbers.
Big time, big time. We also had Buena basketball in action this week. Our first game of the week was against, who did we play?
That was
Rio Rico.
Rio Rico, the Hawks.
Rio Rico here in Sierra Vista. Started the game off playing some good defense. Thomas Welker with the steal. Eventually gets to Jeremy Booker. You guys remember that's the younger brother of Jamin Booker. Jamin would have probably dunked that.
My guy, right here.
Joe Thomas. I feel like he's going to end up being like a fan favorite because he gives you these splash plays.
Look at the distance on that shot. He shot that from the student section of the parking lot outside, guys.
And all our players, and JoJo will tell you himself, it's our biggest argument with him is what's a good shot and what's not. To him, they're all good. But you see Caden Lee, got some varsity.
Those about to be dunked soon, I'm telling you.
That's the JoJo I like. He gets to the rim too as well.
JoJo up the steal. He earned himself a Coach Kevin nickname. That's officially, he's JoJo the Microwave Thomas, because he comes off the bench and he eats up fast.
On cue.
This game was in Buena, but I swear he shot that ball from Tombstone.
Teddy with the layup. Teddy flew in here. Nice pass.
Ricardo
Brooks. Fans used to seeing him on the football field. There's Booker. Kind of changed his mind if he's going to go for a dunk on that one. Gabe Padilla also
inside, off the glass.
Been having a great start to the season as well. Another finish by Booker. You see the score up big. This is a game where a lot of different guys got to play. You saw Eli Iwachuko out there. Also Marlon Humes, MJ. He got some playing time. Got on the board as well.
Roman Baker played some varsity minutes, had a couple assists.
Yep. You got Caden again with the finish right there.
Humes, the first three.
With the three. So yeah, if you're a Buena fan, Chris Copeland.
Chris Copeland getting on the board in there as well.
If you're a Buena fan, you like to see this because one, the Colts won.
Yeah.
Two, everybody got a chance to play, and I think that everybody scored that night as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cute.
So I talked to the team after the game and was, it's rare as a coach at this level do you get an opportunity to play all of the players and all of them play well, and everybody, contributed. So a total team effort. Very proud of the boys that night, and we kept it going.
All right, so next game up. Let's see it.
We got some Buena wrestling. We had a meet here this week. I think this is a look at Brock Santa Maria,
Oh, boy.
one of the better athletes, all-around athletes, just at Buena, but definitely a top wrestler.
What are we seeing here, Jared?
So he's trying to, right here, looking like he's trying to get into a butcher.
He's trying to beat him up.
And he's he's in
trying to win.
control. He stayed in control the whole match, and that match was called right there after his 4-point back points. It led him to a 17-1 win against that kid from Empire. Good, solid performance by our wrestlers.
I believe this is Sean Brown. Great job.
Jordan,
Ward.
yeah,
He was
Jalen Ward,
Jalen
our
Ward,
heavyweight, ended up winning. I want to say 8-3 in this match. He went for 3 full periods, and that's not very common in a heavyweight match. So these guys were very winded at the end. So and then you got Buena's duel against Douglas, the Bulldogs.
Brock.
This is that Santa Maria game.
Yep, taking care of business as he always does.
One of the things I think is cool about wrestling is one of the few times that we get to see the teams that don't play each other in other sports get to compete against each other.
Very true.
Look at the control. I mean, just the quickness. He's staying in that dominant position, not giving that up.
Santa Maria wasn't.
Oh, that's a big takedown.
Where did he finish last year?
He was state runner-up 2 years in a row, and he's a junior, so he's got a chance for winning the state title.
Trying to get back on top again. He want to get back up in that one spot on the podium.
All right, who's this?
This is just another example of Buena dominance.
Is this Haymore?
Could be, yeah. I was gonna say it looked like Hudson.
Being good.
Both duels were won by Buena in commanding fashion. I want to say the final score of the Empire was 74-6 or something like that, or 74-10. It was out of reach, fast. So,
Okay.
very, very solid wrestling program with Coach Andrews this year, and he's going to do some damage with those guys. He coming in here with as we were talking off camera, his dad has a successful program at Safford for 3 decades, and he's probably going to try and start that, here at Buena. So
the next branch of that family coaching tree is leading the way at Buena for the coach wrestling program.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, next up, who we got?
Then we got more Buena basketball. We played just last night, Friday night, at Marana.
Colts and Tigers.
So you see Buena, we're already up 5-0 on the run. Should have been an and one, but
Booker took
we
one
don't
off
get
the
much.
face
We don't
right
get
there.
much love out of Sierra Vista. But
That's a nice passing right there by Welker.
Great play. And Jeremy Booker always in the right place at the right time. Guys playing some good defense leads to good offense.
Gabe with the finish on the break. Look how they're just the pressure, man. The hands on the ball at all times. Gets to the head to Wambach with that off balance flick of the wrist finish.
Gabe was Chris Paul steal is what I call it.
beautiful.
Left-hander. Okay, we see you.
Fierce on defense. That's what I like.
Yeah.
My guy JoJo from the logo.
Logo JoJo.
He got second nickname now.
Thomas with the sweet free throw.
Oh, Wambach for 3.
Now he can shoot it.
Let's go.
He can really shoot it.
Off the block.
Bang,
Another
bang.
one.
2 for $1.
So we already see the coach starting to do what they do.
Like how they
shooting the
swing the
lights
ball
out.
all the way around. Good ball movement.
I love
Teddy's
it.
going to take care of that. for me.
Love it.
Teddy gets his own number right there with 3.
Love this. Ricardo Brooks. And one.
Hey, that's a nice high arc on that way. And they get the 3 points.
It's a fairly evenly matched team, though. And you're beating up on them.
Yeah. Yeah, great block by Thomas there, Teddy, with the finish and one. This was a big play in the game right there. We were up 10. That helped us push it to like around 15.
JoJo with that little baby hook right there.
So what's with the stands on the other side?
It is weird.
Yeah, they have all the spectators on one side of the court. So
Yeah, it's very weird, but
They did that for the
Oh,
wrestling. They
no
do that for
look.
the wrestling duels too.
it's a nice no-look pass inside right
In a
there.
couple weeks.
Gabe is going to pull up for a 3 right there. Kind of putting the game away.
Listen,
at
those
this
heat
point.
checks in the fourth quarter.
This was a nice spin off the glass on that one.
Oh man,
JoJo just really had it going. He's been having it going the last few games. Get a nice little finish right there.
Wow.
Finish the game.
What's the final score, Coach?
I mean,
It is.
playing against a 6A opponent too, right? So playing above your weight, punching above your weight, you know.
Yeah, Marana, I think they're better than what the score showed, and you know, so proud of our guys to go on the road and beat a good team. It's the second night of a back-to-back as well. So, but as you guys saw from the first highlight in the Rio Rico game, we played a lot of players. Actually, we played 15 guys in that game. So fatigue wasn't going to be an issue for us going into the next night. So it worked out for us, and we're off to a good start, 4-0.
All right.
Beautiful.
Good to hear, Coach.
All right.
Yep. Somebody want to give us the Prestige Remodeling?
Sure. Well, we'd like to thank Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC of Sierra Vista. Prestige has pioneered a visionary approach that empowers exceptional service, reinvigorating the fundamental principles of customer-centric service. As a licensed contractor, including plumbing and electrical, they proudly cater to both commercial and residential needs. Visit them at prestigesierravista.com. All right, what are we getting into
I
now?
think we're going Player of the Week.
I know that.
Welcome to the Cool FM Live Sports Show Player of the Week. We'd like to welcome Cooper Kraus. How are you doing, my man?
Good. How are you?
Ah, very good. Well, you got the whole crew in here. We all have some questions we'd like to ask you. You had a great season this year. So, what was your motivation for playing this year?
Well, you know, my dad's a big motivating factor when I'm on the field. He supports me. You know, he's always supported me since I was little. And, you know, I like to hit people. I like to go out there and, tackle people.
Yeah.
So that's a big motivation for me.
Yeah, so inflicting some damage. Do you enjoy football, or is this just a job for you?
I love football. It's kind of like a job sometimes, but I love doing it. So,
Yeah. What's your favorite part of it? When you play, did you ever play offense?
no.
No. So you just like hitting people, right?
Yeah, it's that and hanging out with my friends. Like, I get to see my best friends every day, so it's pretty awesome.
All right.
Hey, it's good stuff. So I have some questions about you. You just finished your senior season.
Mm-hmm.
1 million tackles, a lot of sacks, all these things throughout your whole career, not just your senior season.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now that it's all over with as far as high school, moving forward to the next level,
Right.
what do you want college coaches, or what should college coaches know about you as a player, not just beyond the stats, because we can see the stats and see all the tackles and all the numbers. What would a college coach get when they bring you into their locker room?
Well, I'd want them to know that, you know, I love playing football, and it's not just because I want to go to college and, you know, for free or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love playing football, and for me, college, you know, like, it's not about just, oh, I'm going to this big school. It's like, I'm getting to play football.
Gotcha. So you're just a football player,
Right.
love to play the game. I know, being a part of Buena, not only were you a great player, but a great leader for your team, a great leader on the defense too. And I think that any college out there, coach would love to have that type of leadership in their locker room, leadership on the field, and stuff like that as well too. Is there any play, any individual play that you made this year or throughout your career that stands out amongst them all, or any game? What was your favorite moment?
Well, I got my first career pick this year. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you say he doesn't play offense, but he still like getting the ball,
I'm
right?
saying there's some kids that can play both ways, and I was always like, this guy could play tight end if he wanted, or
I'm
probably
really
even
bad
center.
at catching. So
Yeah, so I'm a basketball guy, so we're always thinking like, hey, don't you want the ball? Don't you
Right.
want the ball? So I have a lot of respect for you defensive guys. You're saying, I just want to hit people, I just want to tackle. We have 2 football coaches here. I know they can relate to that. I'll give the mic to them. I know they want to ask you a few things.
So, Coop, first off, man, it was great watching you play this season. I mean, like, you're everywhere on the field. You are, from my observation, more of a tackler than like a big hitter.
Right.
And tell us a little bit about what do you do or what have you done to help you like really be as good at tackling as you are?
well, I guess it's started since I was little. Always doing tackling drills and stuff. It was never really like something I worked on specifically. Like it kind of just happened, I guess. Like the big part of it, at linebacker is just kind of like getting there. It's not about making the tackle, because at middle linebacker, when you meet them in the gap, they can't really go anywhere. Like
Right.
you just got to get there and be in the right spot, and then it was never about the tackling for me. It was just about being there.
Okay. All right, so being that you played in the middle, as the middle linebacker, that's normally like the leader of the defense.
Right.
What was it like for you this season, being there and making a lot of calls or trying to help your teammates make adjustments?
So the way we run our defense has always kind of been like every call comes through our middle linebackers. And ever since I was a sophomore, I've been giving out the calls and stuff. And it hasn't really been different. Pretty much everyone on the defense is one of my best friends. And I've been playing with a lot of them since I was little. So it's really, it's kind of stress-free giving out the calls and leading them, because, I've been talking to them like that since I was little.
All right, so my last question would be, who's your favorite NFL player that plays the same position you play?
Luke Kuechly.
That's a great linebacker right there.
Awesome, man.
Fearless, finds the ball, gets to the ball, a lot like you.
He's an intellectual.
Coach Jared?
So, Cooper, you're moving on into the next level. We know you're going to get somewhere. We know you're going to have a signing day here coming up in a couple months. Moving into that part of it, what's your main goal? Who do you want to talk to us about where you're getting a lot of talk right now? Where's the landing spot for Cooper Kraus right now?
I'm still deciding.
Okay.
I still have time for some more offers to come in, so we're kind of waiting on that. And then I'm going to go out, once I've, decide my top, 3 schools, I'm going to go out and, visit and check them out. But as of right now, I got this Black Hill State, that's really my top, choice right now. But I haven't been there, and I haven't really, seen everything. So I'm still undecided.
Okay.
I've got to get you out to my school. We could totally use you. Eastern Washington, I'm telling you, this is a school that produces. You'll love it.
This
It's
is
cold.
This is a question that we always ask all of our athletes, and when we have them on the show. What is your all-time favorite sports movie?
Sports movie? That's a good question. I like When the Game Stands Tall. I like The Longest Yard because it's funny, but it's not really.
Which one was that?
Original?
Longest yard.
Original or
Yeah.
the newest one?
The newer one.
Okay.
Tell me the original.
He doesn't drive
You
a
can catch it
Model
on
T.
VHS somewhere.
Yeah. You can find almost anything on YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
All right, Cooper. It's been great to have you come in here. I want to know, what do you do for fun? What is the thing that, like, when you're not football, not school, and you're just hanging out with friends? Is it indoors? Is it outdoors?
Well, there's a couple of things, but I lift weights with my friends. That's one main thing I do for fun. And then we play video games a lot too, or we'll go out and fish.
Okay, what game?
Well, right now I've been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege.
So you're a multiplayer guy. Okay. I was expecting like Madden football, college football 24, 25, 26. Anyway.
Nah, give me the guns.
First person shooter. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on to the show. We expect we have high expectations for you. You've been, a great leader at Buena, and you've done everything that anything we could have ever expected from a player out of Buena. So thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
The most tackles in the history
yeah,
of
dude.
Arizona
Yeah.
football.
Do we know- do we-
4A. The most tackles in the history of football in the state of Arizona. In any A classification, this young man right here.
Not just the state. I mean, it's a state record, school record. That's a big place to be intellectually, to get in that, like you were saying, into the right spot every single time. So
Right.
many times to break the record for the state. That's incredible, man.
Now, do we know, Cooper? We knew you were on the list of Defensive Player of the Year. Do we know any results yet?
Yeah, so I got for the region, I got Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
Sweet.
And
Outstanding.
then all state stuff is still being decided.
Okay. That's outstanding.
I don't know what
Have
there
you
is
been
to
invited
decide.
Have you
but-
been invited to any All-Star games or anything around? Or?
I don't know, no, but
Not
I'm
yet.
going to the Ed Doherty Award thing.
Oh, Ed Doherty. Yeah,
Soon.
you are
So-
one of the finalists. I remember
Yeah.
that. And good luck to you.
Maybe an all-star game, though.
Yeah,
Maybe an all-star game we're talking about later on the show. Stick around. We'll see how you do. Maybe you get picked up there. But
All right.
But yeah, hey, thank you so much for coming to the show, and also, as a representative of Buena, we thank you for everything that you've done as a player, as an athlete, student athlete, carrying yourself the right way, leading your team deep into the playoffs these last 2 years, and really just being an example for all the younger players and younger athletes, and really setting the tone for Buena High School, and not just Buena High School, but Sierra Vista in general, Cochise County in general. We love athletes like you that are going to carry yourself the right way on the field, off the field, and then we know that you're going to play into the future somewhere else, and we're going to be rooting for you there too. So
Yes,
good
sir.
job.
Thank you.
All right. All right. We'd like to thank our player of the week, Cooper Kraus, one more time for coming in.
Yeah,
So-
good kid,
Super-
bright future ahead of him.
Yeah.
So this week's Player of the Week was brought to you by Fyzical Balance Center. Fyzical Balance Center is much more than your typical physical therapy clinic. At Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, they focus on improving your quality of life by using a holistic, whole-body approach to connect your diagnosis with a customized plan of care. Opened by Dr. Tap DeWong of Tap Into Wellness, love your life with Dr. Tap at Physical Balance Center in Sierra Vista. Now let's check out the Seniors Helping Seniors local sports news.
Yeah, and for our local sports news this week, we're going to break down the top football players of the season this year. So it's going to be the Cool FM Football All-Stars for this year, kind of in the spirit of having Cooper Kraus here. Great player. We've talked about him so many times throughout the season, but there's a whole lot of other players throughout the region and throughout Southern Arizona that either made first team or second team all-region, and we decided to come up with our own all-star team. So we're going to get into that. We have about 20 players listed here, and we're going to get into it. So who has the number 4 list?
Oh,
You guys
that
wanna
would be
go
me.
first?
So, I'd like to start with Trenton Williams.
Trenton Williams. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Young man played offense and defense, so he's a two-way player. He's getting a lot of credit on defense, but I'd like to say that he was an excellent offensive tackle. And personally, I would like to see him play guard or center at the next level. As Cooper said in the interview, he's definitely got the body shape and size and definitely the strength, probably the willpower to get there. So Trenton with 41 solo tackles on the season. Are you kidding me? Like as a
the end.
defensive end.
At
As a
the end.
defensive end.
Right.
And defensive tackle. He kind of swapped back and forth. He was a big kid. But yeah, great job by Trenton Williams.
Good pick. Good job. Good job, Trenton Williams.
So my next
Congratulations.
up is Hank Moody.
Okay.
So
Hank Moody.
yeah, he played
Out of
quarterback
Tombstone?
out of Tombstone. Yep. So he had a pretty good season. It was a rough season.
Right.
So like, not a lot of statistical accomplishments, but any kind of accomplishment on that team is the way I see as a success. So
Yeah.
Hank Moody, great job. He played quarterback. He's the junior. He also played defense. One of those exceptional next level players. Third on my list, and I like this guy, Wayne Stark from Benson, the wide receiver. So let me pull his numbers up right here. Wayne Stark had 512 yards, 6 touchdowns. So as a wide receiver on a team that they're throwing the ball to nearly everybody on that team, Wayne had a really, really great season. And finally, I'd like to point out Tim Lee at ALA. So he started out, so he wasn't the starting quarterback until like play number 2 of the season, and then he took over for a long while. So we saw him play multiple positions. He's mainly a running back, believe it or not. But he had a great season, and we'd like to thank or shout those guys out.
Yeah, great job, great job. Got some representation from Tombstone in there, ALA. Great players making plays all throughout the county. Who's got the next list?
I got Group 3 coming in here, Coach. And first off, we're gonna start with a young man who's already committed to his college at Western Colorado, T.J. Walker, who had a phenomenal junior and senior campaign, just putting out numbers defensively, offensively. Utility player. He's going to be that guy that's got the ATH label next to him when he's getting recruited by these schools, and just a fine young man. He's going to do some big things at the next level. So hats off to TJ Walker. Next up, Ricardo. We had so many nicknames for him. Kevin had a nickname for
Ricardo the Rocket Brooks.
Rocket. We had the guy averaged 40-something yards a carry.
Yes.
Pretty much. I mean, it wasn't rushing, but
his 12 yards per carry.
there you go.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
Crazy.
Pretty good.
So, Ricardo Brooks, coming in as a second-year football player ever.
Also
never
injured
played the game, and
part of the season.
Yeah, he had an ankle sprain that held him out for a while, but finished off the season pretty solid, and we look to see some surprise offers to him at the next level, and he could
Doing
be
his thing on basketball right now.
it could be both. He could be a dual athlete somewhere with playing basketball and football. Next up on my list is Caleb Layton. It transferred in here. We got Caleb to transfer from Walden Grove, and he had some pretty phenomenal. Had a good season as a senior.
16 passing touchdowns,
Yeah.
1,300 yards passing.
Yeah, he was over 1,000 yards passing, and led our Buena Colts into the 3rd straight playoff season for the Colts. So hats off to Caleb. Then we go into the confines of Wilcox, Arizona. And we talk about Christian Teeters, big offensive lineman, big man,
And
doing the
defensive
job,
lineman,
and defensive tackle, doing the job for that 3-headed monster in the backfield for the Cowboys. And I think Christian's going to be playing probably way past Wilcox's his high school career, Wilcox. And then we have Tot Pacheco and Chase Pacheco, the brothers at St. David. Those boys put
the Tot had, I don't know, maybe 16 sacks. It was like a ridiculous
Tot
number.
was all over the field.
I think he led the region and maybe even all 1A in sacks. I know he was up there. So
Yeah, I know this next man was coached on the basketball court by Coach Baker, and he had a phenomenal season. Hunter Wright at Bisbee for the Pumas did some incredible stuff, and just second team all conference, doing some big things for that program, keeping them in contention. Trying to make a late run for a playoff berth, and they came up a little bit short, but hats off to the Pumas.
Great player.
And doing well. And then we have the big man in Benson, Jason Santo. Man, he was Dawson Judd's go-to target. Besides Workman,
Right.
I want to say those two shared a lot of the receiving. In
Stark,
yeah. So, Jason Santo, I think he's an underclassman, so we should be able to see him come back and do some big things within that program with the Bobcats and coach. Turn that program around. So that's my list of guys. And go ahead, Coach.
I skipped one person.
Oh, yeah?
Yvonne Higuera at Douglas. So the quarterback, the running quarterback.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's the running quarterback. Yeah.
rushing yards of that kid.
He had 729 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns, 5 passing touchdowns, 900 yards passing.
Wow.
So hats
Good
off to
numbers
that
for
young
all
man.
around.
Yeah.
I really enjoy watching him play. He reminded me, I called it a lot of times, like Julian Edelman type player.
Yeah.
Just quick explosiveness, can throw the ball, can run with the ball. Great football player.
Yeah, you love seeing those guys. Yeah. All right, Group 2. Let's see who we got here.
All right, so I got Group 2 for you guys, and I got 7 exceptional players for you. So let's start down to Wilcox. You already know my 3 favorite guys. I talked about the 3-headed monsters of running backs. Let's talk about the first one, Caleb Cook. He played fullback. He also played little linebacker. First team all-conference linebacker. He had 102 tackles. He had 7 sacks. And he ended up winning the conference defensive player of the year. That's for Caleb Cook, the junior fullback and linebacker. Now let's talk about him offensively, because he plays 2 positions. Offensively, he was number 1 in rushing yards in the 2A South with 1,577 rushing yards. Now that's number 1 in the conference, but he was also number 11 in the state. So that young man's got a star-studded resume that he's put together his junior season.
18 touchdowns.
Yes.
18 touchdowns.
1,700 total yards of offense for Mr. Cook right
10
there.
yards per carry. Okay.
That's just one of the guys
He's
that
a
runs
big
the
play.
ball.
Oh, there's more on this team?
He's the outside.
2 more guys. So let's talk about the next guy, Ishmael Cuevas, number 13.
Yeah.
Ishmael, first team.
Thunder.
That's right. First team linebacker in his conference. He also doubles though as a kicker and punter. So as a punter, he had 41. He averaged 41 yards per punt.
Wow.
He got a big boot on that leg, guys. Let's talk about defense again, though. He had 106 tackles this year. So these guys racking up a lot of tackles. Now let's talk about him on offense, because he carries the ball too. As I called him, the man in the middle, because he likes to run those dives right up the middle of the field. He had 1,142 yards of rushing offense. That's number 3 in the conference. So again, I just told you, number 1 was a Wilcox player. Number 3 was a Wilcox player. I think it might be another Wilcox player in the top 5, but we'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
Lastly, a big thing to point out by Cuevas. Cuevas was number 1 in scoring in the 2A South with a total of 83 points. That's his rushing touchdowns and extra points that he scored. He had 28 extra points that he kicked in this year.
On top of 18 rushing touchdowns.
There you go. So again, he scored in all different ways on the football field for the Wilcox Cowboys. Going to the third head of the Cowboys running attack. Asher Ward, the sophomore running back and linebacker. He was second team all-conference down there in Wilcox. He had 3 interceptions on defense. And so now let's talk about him as a running back. As a running back, he had 808 rushing yards. That was number 4 in the 2A South. So number 1 was a Wilcox Cowboy. Number 2 was a Wilcox Cowboy. I'm sorry, number 1 and number 3 were Cowboys, and number 4 was a Cowboy. 3 of the top 5 rushers all played on the same team. He had a total of 1,600 yards. 1,660 yards of total offense. So again, great season for Asher Ward.
Wow.
All right, so love you, Wilcox. We got to move to another
you're
town.
in your Wilcox red and everything.
So we're going to move to another town. Let's head out to Valley Union and let's talk about Miles Richardson. Half of the illustrious Richardson brothers, all right? This junior running back, linebacker, and sometimes quarterback was a first team player in the 2A South. He had a lot of kick return yards. He averaged 35.14 yards in kick returns. So he made first team as a returner. Also, he was named the offensive utility / flex player of the year in the conference. And this is an 8-man player that's making this happen in 1A football. But it might be 8 guys on one side of the ball, but they play like it's 11 of them. Trust me, you go watch the film if you don't believe it. All right, also, I told you he carried the football. He ran for 1,380 yards of rushing offense. That was number 2 in the conference this year. He also was number 2 in scoring. He had 140 points that came up mostly from the 22 touchdowns that he had this year. So Miles Richardson, a big time candidate, and I strongly endorse him as an all-star. All right, we're going to stay with 8-man football and head out to St. David. We're going to talk about Cedar Haney, the senior running back and linebacker. Number 9 on his jersey, but first team linebacker in the conference, first team punt returner in the conference, first team running back in the conference. All right, so let's talk about the rushing rushing yards. Number 1 in the 1A rushing with 1,450 yards. All these guys got 4 digits with their rushing yard total.
Seriously,
that's amazing,
crazy.
right? Also, he was number 1 in scoring. He scored 166 points this year off of 23 touchdowns, and his total offensive yardage totaled up to 1,536 yards of total offense. So a great season by Cedar Haney, 8-man football, but he ran that ball like a champ, and they played hard out there in St. David. All right, got 2 more players for you.
Right.
First one, Hernandez. Excuse me for the tongue
My
tie,
favorite
guys.
player out there in Bisbee. He's like a running back,
He's
offensive
Defensive
tackle.
end, fullback, tackle, and I think he punts sometimes too.
Oh, good God.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't, because, these guys wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
So let's talk about him. Tackles. He was number 1 in the conference with tackles with 105 tackles, and he was number 2 with 6 sacks on the season. So made a very big impact on the defensive side of the ball.
And he gets double teamed every game.
Yes.
So to get those numbers when you're the main guy on the defense, phenomenal.
Dude, it was
Teams
so
know what he
fun.
can do. They
Right.
put 2 guys on him, and he still performs. I mean, it's ridiculous. What you about to say, John?
They had him doing some. I watched one of those games, and they had him playing like fullback. It was like their quarterback had a pass protector, like a
Yeah.
punt protector.
Yeah.
He was back there, and he would take anybody that got loose on that from that offensive line. He'd just run over, pick up one guy. You saw him picking up blocks on both sides of the line, even though he was designated the left running back. He was a lot of fun to watch. And that's a kid that I think would play at the next level.
He has
as
all
well.
the tools. All the tools.
And, we talked about him blocking in the backfield, but every now and then they handed him the football, and he carried it as a fullback, carried a
what was
respectable
that?
235 yards of rushing offense. So
Good.
he did, fullbacks don't get the ball very often, but when they do, you got to make it count, and he got 235 yards. So great
Do you
job by
remember him
Fabian.
as a young youth player playing for he played for the Wolverines?
I do remember
And
him
he
as
was
a
playing
young-
running back, fullback. He
Yep.
could play every position.
He was
Yeah.
doing it all. So we've been watching this young man play for a
Yeah.
long time, and it's really great to see him out there doing big things. And we just got told he got an invite to play in the Blue-Gray game out in Texas, right? So he's going to be doing some big things. His football season not quite over because he's still going to be playing.
Okay.
All right.
How many yards per carry would you guess Hernandez was averaging?
5 or
I'm going to
6.
say he might have had a
6.
big number because I think he had some big. I think
maybe.
he had it somewhere like
7.5.
There you go. Almost a first down every
That
time he touched the
monster
ball.
kid. Good
That's right.
God, don't
So
tackle him.
big man running with the ball. All right, and my final player that I'm going to talk about, last but definitely not least, is going to be Andrew Workman, a senior linebacker and wide receiver out of Benson. You heard me talk about this guy a lot on our broadcast and how great he was at being everywhere on the field and finding the ball. So let's talk about it. First team linebacker for the conference. Okay, first team linebacker, had a total of 96 tackles. I told you where the ball was, you can see Andrew Workman there. But also he doubled as a wide receiver on that team. And again, this is a team that has 4 very talented wide receivers that they start with. They come out of a 4 wide receiver set, but he has 672 receiving yards. So hats off to all these young men. I think that they all played well this year, and they're all deserving of being named as all-stars for our team.
Most interesting thing I find about Workman is that he averaged 18 yards per reception. He only had 36 receptions on the season, and he was just 10 touchdowns. I mean, every time he touched the ball.
So when he catches, he makes it count.
It's just an impact player. Just an impact player all the way around. And I'll give my list of guys, the Group 1 guys, some. If anybody's watching and you're hearing all these names, all these great players, you're probably already thinking in your mind, hey, I wonder why they haven't said this guy or this guy or this guy. Maybe they're coming up right now because I got a great list right here. I'm going to start it, though, with Isaac Merrill out of Berean.
All right.
I think the kid is a phenomenal player, and how do we not have somebody that's representing the state championship team? I think he's the leader of that
the
team.
Quarterback, yeah.
He kind of does a little bit of everything. He's got a handful of touchdowns, a couple interceptions on defense. He has about 800 yards of total offense. He's on punt returns, kick returns, just kind of doing it all. Berean was such a good overall team, offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
They have a handful of players, Johnny Torres and a few other guys. But I would probably give it to Isaac Merrill as that leader of that team and bringing home that state championship bringing that to Sierra Vista. We're so proud of them. So got to give it up to Isaac Merrill first. After that, it gets really, really dicey. So we can't even put these in order. It's not going to be in any order of like who's better than anybody. I'm just going to throw people out there. But I know everyone's thinking about what about Michael Lujan?
There you go.
Michael Lujan. Kevin talked about the three-headed monster of running backs at Wilcox. And I think Michael Lujan is in that mix as well. I think those guys are really good, but so is Lujan. If you look at what he was able to do throughout the course of the season, I mean, he averaged nearly 140 yards per game.
1,500 yards, so 1,495 yards in the season, 7.1 yards per carry, 15 rushing touchdowns. Now, we forget that he also caught the ball. Believe it or not, he had 8 receptions, 1 touchdown. So he had a brilliant
And
season.
also, John, to add to him his stats, he is one of the next running backs to receive the accolade of getting 3,000 rushing yards for his career.
Yeah.
So, hats off to Michael and all his success, and we look forward to hearing his signing and his signing in February, where he's going to end up going and playing at the next level. There's no doubt that guy's going to play. He's going
Salute
to.
the mighty Mike.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Sure.
Not only, as John talked about some of his numbers and stats for this season, Jared talked about throughout the course of his career. I think biggest thing for him this year is he was the workhorse of a team that had, weapons all across the field, but he was the steady, consistent workhorse, like I said, averaging about 140 yards a game. Rarely did he have a bad game or any bad moments and things like that. He was always as dependable and as you can think of and that you want for a running back. So shout out to Michael Lujan. Staying in Buena, because we have a few other players there that deserve some recognition, I'll go to Jaden Thomas.
Oh, for sure.
All-state level wide receiver, first team, all-region wide receiver, also punt returner.
Yeah.
Also, defensive back and corner.
Receiving yards 755, kick return yards 637. Pretty darn good.
Close.
Total yards on the season 1,511. That's right behind Michael Lujan's 1,637. So number 1 and number 2 on total yards for the season. And you remember he missed a couple games with
That's
a
right.
finger that fell off, and good Lord.
Yeah,
Almost did.
So you think about numbers-wise, he was incredible. Offensively, top receiver, but also defensively, in a team where we had some great defensive players. You already talked about one of them. I'll talk about, our player of the week. We'll talk about him a little bit as well, too. To have those type of players, but and then T.J. Walker and all that, but still, Jaden Thomas is one of the top tacklers on the team.
When you think about players,
Interceptions-wise, he's
Yes.
one of the top in the state.
Yes.
In the state when
His
it
defensive
comes to
numbers
that.
were
So,
insane.
absolutely, he not only is a candidate for this top all-star, he'd probably be one of the candidates for Player of the Year.
Yeah,
Ed
in
Doherty.
my
He's
head,
on the Ed Doherty list for
Yes.
Ed Doherty Award.
a guy that
Southern
plays that
Arizona.
well on offense and that well on defense, you got
You got to give it to him, right?
Yeah, I mean,
And I would say in that same spirit of guys that do it on both sides of the field, I'd say Dawson Judd.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Probably the best
Man.
quarterback or one of the best quarterbacks in our region this year. Phenomenal season. You guys talked about how we had 4 or 5 different receivers that they could throw the ball to. One of the spread offenses, one of the few spread passing style offenses that we had in Southern Arizona. So they were exciting and fun to watch, and he was the man, leading it all. Great plays. I don't know if you have the stat tool.
2,700 yards throwing.
That's just passing.
Passing, yep.
The guy could run the ball as well.
I was
How much
just going to
rush
say,
there?
you'd
He
be real
also
surprised.
played, safety on defense.
Oh yeah, I was going to get to that.
I mean,
Yeah, he's
So 648 yards, so 650 yards rushing, 11 touchdowns rushing, He threw for 33 touchdowns.
Almost 35.
That's
At
crazy.
a 119 quarterback rate, so 119.8.
and we're getting close to around 50 total touchdowns.
And he had six receptions himself for
And And I want to say I know he led the team in interceptions.
Yes,
I want
he
to say
did.
he had 4.
Oh, let me pull that
maybe
up.
more. Or maybe
When you look at the leaders and you go and you review the stats and you're looking at like the top 10 players in all different categories, you're going to see the name Dawson Judd
A lot.
like 7, 8 times. I mean, I think he's a player of the year candidate
5
as well.
interceptions.
5 interceptions.
Yeah.
Also,
Blocked field goal.
Also, probably the best punter in the region as well,
Yes,
too.
he punted very well.
A candidate for player of the year.
Yeah, right there with-
all the way around.
2A, for
So
sure.
that's the question, is like the 5A guy that does it all versus the 2A guy that plays quarterback and does it all.
Right. So both of those. And then last but not least, Cooper Kraus, who we had on the show here today, our player of the week. We got to spotlight him mainly because, what he was able to do this year as far as tackles, to lead the state, to have a state, a school record in tackles, and to be as consistent as he's been this
Resetting
year
the state record.
and throughout his whole career.
Total tackles 177.
170
That's
plus tackles.
So solos 113, and then the assists 64, and then tackles for loss 29.5. So
That's
imagine
crazy.
having 29.5 sacks.
That's
tackle
crazy.
for a loss is the same thing essentially.
Right. Especially for a linebacker who's not on the defensive
He
end.
just
when
likes
they're
to get
trying
in the
to
way. Yeah, right, dude. You're in the way of every
He
ball
just
carrier.
wants to be there, right?
Yeah.
He's there a lot.
Most of those linebackers that put up those kind of numbers are on teams that are 2-8 or 1-9 or 3-7.
right.
This was a playoff team.
Right.
This was a team that just destroyed people and had one of the toughest schedules in the state, if not the toughest. And he was just downhill all the time. You could see 52 flying around out there all over, just doing his damage. And
when you talk about kids that have potential for the next level, 215 pounds, he's 6'2", 215 as a senior in high school, 18 years old.
I think I just heard he just reached 500 in the squat rack.
And what's he like to do for fun?
Lift weights.
He likes to lift weights. What the heck's wrong
Pick
with
up
that
heavy
kid?
things and I put them down again.
Right.
Tell that guy to go get something else. Get a dog.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know what though? Such a good kid and player. I think what I said about Lujan kind of being a security blanket for the Buena offense. Cooper Kraus is the security blanket for the Buena defense, and he's been since he was a sophomore.
Yeah, and if
He's getting the calls, he's making the calls, and it's definitely going to be missed. And you'll see that productivity have to be
hard to
kind of
replace a
spread
guy that
out
can do that.
throughout the team. But shout out to Cooper Kraus and all of the amazing athletes. I do have one more to throw a little specialty in there. We're talking about the top football players in the county. Let's throw out Destiny Villalobos.
TV, baby,
Wait.
change the channel.
Yeah.
You said county, though. You tricked me.
Oh,
Because
okay.
number one in the state.
In the state, okay, yeah.
That
in the state.
girl is like the next level of the next level. If you want to talk about girls that have
Olympic potential,
yeah,
for sure.
we're talking.
Do you have her stats by any chance?
shoot.
We could
Let
pull
me
them up.
pull
I had
them
it up here, but I know they're ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
almost unrealistic. But
Before they read the stats, I want everybody to keep this in mind. We're talking about a sophomore.
Yep.
A sophomore that has 2 more years of football to play in high school has already been the player of the year. Could she possibly do it again?
Sophomore.
I think she might get at least 2 of those awards before she's said and done with her time wearing Buena Blue.
Okay, let's get into some of these stats. We've got, oh my, that's gross.
That's
That's
her
too
passing.
bad. Her running stats are 445, 13 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns. Her receiving stats, 82 receptions for 1,481
1,500
yards. Yeah, 18 yards per reception. How many touchdowns? 23. That's all. Only 23. And actually, the most impressive thing is that she's also a kick returner. So her 33-yard per kick return is pretty impressive. It doesn't have touchdowns on here,
Stats too,
though.
though.
And so, yeah, incredible job. Let's see how many interceptions she had.
362 return yards,
Six-
averaging 32 yards a return.
Per return. 6 interceptions.
6 interceptions.
Yep, for 202 yards, and it doesn't say how many.
Shoot, she had 4 in one game.
And they're not
Right.
counting those.
Playoff
Those are
game, and that's a
They're not
playoff
counting
game.
those.
Yeah, that's
Regular
that's regular
season.
season.
So if you count in playoffs,
10.
she's around 10 interceptions. probably getting close to 30 touchdowns. Phenomenal player. We had to give them some. There were some other great athletes on that Buena flag team as well.
Oh, yeah,
Shout
Storm
out to Kia
Ryan.
McLean.
Kia McLean.
Haymore.
Haymore, yep.
Dale.
Yeah.
Zion McClin. Both those Haymore girls.
You said Storm Ryan.
Storm Ryan for sure.
But
yeah.
definitely, Destiny belongs on the list of just the top football. Of course, she'd make every all-star flag football
I
list.
think she's one of the best
But
athletes of any sport.
If we get
in
this
the
together,
game.
all the players that we named, which we named 20 different players out here that are going to be Cool FM football all-stars for this season, and Destiny's on that list, and we want to get some type of celebrity or all-star flag football game scheduled with all these players, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's the favorite for MVP.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she'll be making some plays for sure.
So please
All
stay
right.
tuned, guys.
Yes.
We're going to set that game up, and we want you to come out and watch it, too. It's going to be a fun thing to be a part of.
Let's hop into that shot clock segment. Are we ready for
The
this
buzzer
one?
beater.
So that does it for the whatever we were just doing, football
All-star.
star segment. Let's get into these buzzer beaters. Which one are we doing first? I guess I don't know. I'm going first. I'm going to talk
NBA
about.
news.
I'm going to talk about NBA. All right. So should I wait for the clock or do I just go?
Yeah, I'll do the clock here, right?
All right. For those NBA fans out there should be no surprise. The Oklahoma City Thunder are still the top team in the league. They are the defending champs for a reason, and they are currently 22-1. Currently on a 14-game winning streak as well, led by SGA. The reigning MVP, Finals MVP, all that.
Yeah.
It's looking like it's a one-team race right now. No team is really close to them. One thing that may be a surprise, though, to some NBA fans is that the Detroit Pistons are the number one team in the East. I didn't see that coming. So
No.
Cade Cunningham is their leading player. He's having an MVP caliber season, so they're doing well. Other teams doing well right now. Houston Rockets, they got KD now. They're doing good. The Knicks and Jalen Brunson, they're doing their thing. They're right there. Lakers, LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves, they're right there. LeBron's 10-point scoring streak just ended. I don't know if that's a big deal, but the Lakers are still looking pretty good. Number 3 in the West right now. Locally, Phoenix Suns. They're okay. They're right now at number 7. They're going to have to get Devin Booker healthy if they're trying to make a run for the playoffs. We'll look forward to that. Got it in.
Good job, Coach.
Yes.
I appreciate how everything is so tightly packed.
Right. The squeeze. Right. You have to use that as a guide. Don't try to read it.
I will do my best.
All right, so I think I'm going to be going next. I'm going to bring you some NFL news. So let me know when it's time for me to start, Dan.
All right, go.
All right, so this is your NFL update. First off, the league announced mandatory field standards this year. They're going to be requiring teams to install approved surfaces. So you may see some teams going back to using grass that are using turf. This is going to be completed by 2028, but they're going to start it next year in 2026. This is going to be addressing some player safety issues. So next, we're going to talk about some player news. The Detroit Lions, we watched them play the other night. They're reeling because they had the loss of their star safety, Brian Branch. He tore his Achilles in that win over the Dallas Cowboys on, was that Thursday night. This could impact their playoff push significantly. All right, so looking ahead, we got some key matchups this week. Number 1, the Atlanta Falcons are going to take on Seattle Seahawks in Atlanta. We got the Philadelphia Eagles looking to bounce back against the LA Chargers after they took a loss. And then lastly, my Baltimore Ravens are going to face the Pittsburgh Steelers in a highly anticipated AFC North showdown. Stay tuned for more updates as the teams get ready for the playoffs.
I don't know. He didn't say anything about the Cowboys. And you got to fit the Cowboys in there. Got to fit the Cowboys in there, and maybe the Cardinals in there.
Jared.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, look at Jared.
I got it. Don't worry.
Coach say you going to shoot from there?
Yeah, so just wanted to give a shout out to Jacob Rodriguez, Texas Tech linebacker, formerly quarterback for the Red Raiders, has already received the Buckus Award. They're handing out college awards way before the end of the season. So shout out to Jacob Rodriguez. Great job. I want to say a huge shout out to Coach Brett Brennan up at U of A, getting those boys finishing at the Territorial Cup and then get surprisingly an 18th ranked finish for the season. It's going to be crazy to see where they end up doing in the college football playoffs. And bowl selection Sunday coming up. 12 to 3 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to see where everybody lands. Larry Fitzgerald's son, Devin Fitzgerald, has signed with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And we're going to see some incredible stuff. So solid signing day for a lot of teams out there. And we're looking forward to seeing that happen in the next few weeks. All right, John.
All right, let's see what I can do. We got the local information from Jon Berger. Let's rock and roll, baby. Okay, so first up, we've got the Kelly Pierce Tournament champions at Salpointe. Buena beat Salpointe to win the tournament, which is huge news in girls soccer, especially locally. So on the 8th, Monday, coming up, we've got basketball, Buena versus Micah Mountain, Bisbee versus Tombstone, and Benson versus Thatcher. And then we've got Tuesday, the 9th, we've got Buena versus Rincon, Douglas versus EFHS. Jared, what is that?
Australia Foothills.
Australia. And then St. David versus San Simeon.
San Simone. Very small town out in right around the New Mexico border.
Thanks for that 10 seconds, Jared.
No problem.
We also got girls basketball, ALA versus Imagine Prep, soccer, Buena versus Ironwood Ridge. On Thursday, we got basketball again, Berean versus Skyline Gila River, and Cochise College, Scottsdale Community College. That'll be men's and women's.
All right.
Fighting Artichokes from Scottsdale.
I like this. We got to keep this going.
This is fun. That was fun to see.
We should just have a shot clock for the whole show. Just a 30-minute, and then we're just running down at the last second.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, what else we got? Oh, do we have trivia?
Well, that's it for the buzzer beaters, and that means we have one thing left. I think John just spoiled it. And it's also on the screen over there. Sports trivia, brought to you by Physical Balance Center.
Okay.
So our producer Dan, who's self-admittedly that he is not a sports guy, he's in charge of the trivia questions. So we don't know how this is going to
He
go.
said he's keeping score, so you guys see who gets it right, who gets it wrong, and what's our percentages. Is this going to be like a
No using a
thing?
phone.
Yeah, we got to keep.
And
No
no
using
Google.
a phone.
No Google.
No Google.
Just close all the devices.
Yes.
Straight off the top of the head.
Devices are closed.
John, you got to close that. You got to close that loud.
Yeah, no voice command, John.
Oh, you mean the one in my ear? Okay.
Just one in my ear. I got it.
All right, we got 3 questions. You ready for the
Oh,
first
there's
one?
3.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right, here we go.
Major League Baseball. Name all 5 members of the 40-40 Club in 1988 to today.
1 point for every correct guess. That's good because I'm gonna at least
-1 for wrong guess.
I'm gonna at least get
geez.
0 on this.
40-40
I
Club.
will just show you how little I know about baseball when I ask, what is 40-40?
It's something you drink.
He's talking
40
40 home
home
runs and
runs.
40 stolen bases, right?
40 home runs and stolen.
40 RBIs.
Yeah.
It's
Or
home
We
runs
all
and
messed it up already.
RBIs.
You don't know what it is.
Wait. Yeah, what is this?
Is it
40-40.
Hey, man,
I thought that was...
guys that hit 40 home runs that are over 40.
Shoot! I may have gotten this one wrong now.
I'm like Barry Bonds.
Yeah, I got
You write it down.
Let me not give me my answers up. Can I borrow your
Negative
pen?
answers get you a negative point, though. Wrong answers, negative points. I only got 2 answers here.
I got 2.
I can't think of anybody else. 40-40.
I really need to know what 40-40 means.
I know.
Yeah, you need to be
I think it's 40 home runs and 40 stolen bases. I feel pretty confident about
It's
that.
stolen
but I could
bases
be
that
wrong.
changes
Stolen
what
bases.
what I'm going with.
It's not Ricky Henderson.
Yes, it is. From 1988.
Yes,
88?
yeah.
That's going back
That's
a
why I
long
would go
way.
to 88 because he was the first one to do
Yeah,
that
that's
thing.
right. He was the guy. Okay, you got 1 right. What else, Dennis?
I'm laughing.
Well, we can't give
We're gonna get the answer
We
here
got
in
the
a
answer.
minute.
I only got
All
2.
so
I only
let me
have
add
3
one more
answers.
answer and let's see if it's right.
All right, we're ready for our answers.
All right.
It's 40 home runs and steal 40 bases.
Okay.
40-40, baby.
All right, so let's go down the line and hear what you guys got.
Barry Bonds, Aaron Judge, or Ricky Henderson.
You put Judd
Yeah.
over Aaron Rodriguez?
I
But I
said
don't know.
Barry Bonds, A-Rod, and Ricky Henderson. That's what I said.
I got the same answers as Kevin. I thought
Oh,
about
you're
Judd.
sitting right next to him, too.
Well,
Next time I got to write like this.
I got.
these are 3 baseball players I know. Right.
All right, I got Ichiro,
Oh,
Sosa.
he's in there.
Sosa?
I'm gonna change
And I
my
got
answer.
Henderson.
Sosa, maybe.
All right, here we
I
go.
don't think
Not
Sosa's
Ichiro.
fast. Ichiro's on there though.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, I got two.
I got negative
I got
one.
Jose
Bonds. I
Canseco?
have Bonds.
Jose Canseco.
Oh, yeah, that guy was fly.
I forgot about my man.
Yeah, that's
Soriano.
right.
You know what?
Jose
He was a
could
Yankee.
fly
That's
because
right.
he was on steroids.
You
That's
remember?
why.
So you know why Ichiro's not on there? He couldn't get the 40 home runs probably. He got
So-
RBI.
So the
Put it
thing
out of the park.
was when they showed him, they would
So
talk
I
about
got
him
two
hitting-
right,
Good
one
job,
wrong.
Kevin.
Right, one right.
I got two. I got two.
I got Henderson and Bonds, so I got two.
I got one right. I got Bonds and Henderson. Oh, I got two right.
You got two right?
I got two.
No wrong?
Burger's
No,
got
I
two,
got
and I
one
got
wrong.
You got
two.
one wrong.
I got two and one wrong.
Dennis and I got the same because we had the same answers.
I got two and one wrong.
You got two right and one wrong?
2 and 1, yeah.
All right. There we go.
John, you got 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so all even so far.
I look like a guy that's fishing. You know, I look like a pro fisherman in that
You do.
picture.
You do.
All right, let's see what that next trivia question is. NHL, since 1980, only two players have won the Conn Smythe from the losing Stanley Cup team.
It must mean like the MVP.
The best player of the losing team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This is like
On losing
who's
teams
won a
in
Finals
the
MVP
Stanley
on the
Cup.
losing team.
Yep. My
Again,
pen goes
let
down.
me name all the hockey players I know.
Yeah.
I got
I
one.
did recognize one hockey player.
I got one.
We were
I
watching
gotta
a hockey
get-
game the other night.
Yeah, the black guy.
Yeah, Boko Imama that plays for the Pittsburgh Penguins. He used to play for the Tucson Roadrunners.
Rangers
One of my son's favorite players. That's about all I know about hockey, guys.
Yeah,
Coach
the
Kevin ain't a
center,
hockey guy. They don't make ice skates in my size.
Yeah, something. He's also their GM. Who's the GM of the New York Rangers right now?
Man.
I cannot remember
Hull?
his name. Was it Hull? No, not Hull. It's the guy that played for the Rangers. Jared had to really. Anyway, he knows who it is. All right, I don't have an answer.
Dan wasn't playing with these trivia questions today.
Yeah,
Hockey. Good God.
I think
This is Arizona.
Play hockey down
It's
here.
Arizona, man.
When we
have-
start talking about hockey
have
on
two
this show
hockey
is when
teams.
you can put a hockey
We
trivia
have the
question.
Roadrunners and we have the Wildcats.
Hey, Jared,
hockey.
how much baseball did you play? Oh, none.
NHL team at our state,
Hey.
right?
Oh, how much hockey did you play? Oh, none.
We're in Arizona.
Okay. Hey, can we also get some? What is that?
I'm going to call
Badminton?
Badminton. We can get some.
pickleball.
Oh,
Who won the
pickleball tonight.
1979
I was
pickleball
going to
challenge?
answer so I can now know
All
something
right.
that I can
Yeah.
talk.
I'll be
I
reaching
can
out to
throw
my
somebody
uncle
else.
up in Seattle. He's
So
a
who's
hockey.
the
I give my answer.
Oh yeah, did you guys have answers?
Wayne Gretzky.
I said Gordie Howe or Wayne Gretzky.
You can't do
If y'all
or.
both- if y'all,
Gordie Howe.
it's two players, so
Oh,
you
there
can
was
say
two.
both names.
Oh, there was two.
I said
Okay, so
Gordie Howe, Gordie Howe or Wayne Gretzky.
Then I'll say Gretzky and Brett Hull.
Oh, I know.
I have no answer. John, you had an answer? or
No
All right.
answer. Oh yeah, those guys.
Oh, yeah, those two. Uh-huh.
John Sebastian Jaguar.
Ron Hextall from
Why
the
didn't I
Flyers.
think of that? Ron Hextall.
I thought that guy. I was thinking Ron
the Mighty
Hextall for a
Ducks.
second.
Anaheim Ducks. That's right.
The Mighty Ducks.
I was like, what is a name that
I was
starts?
like, yeah, what's the kid's name on Mighty Ducks?
Hold on,
Nobody got
Giving
it.
no
What's that
answer
kid's
was
name on
wrong?
Mighty Ducks?
Bummer.
Charlie Conway.
Petey.
Charlie Conway.
All right, you guys ready?
All right, let's see. Question number 3. NBA. This is something
Okay.
we know. Who was the last player to record an official quadruple double, and in what year? I know that answer.
I know the player, but I
You
don't
know
know
the
the
year?
year.
I think so.
I know the player, but
I know the
I'm
player,
going
but
to
I
guess
don't
on
remember
the
the
year.
season.
I'm going to guess on the year.
It was.
Oh, wait. Where could it have been?
And I'm gonna guess.
Let me guess a year. All right. Well,
What?
we'll
You got to
see.
get the year.
All right,
too?
let's do it.
I'm not good at years on stuff.
Yeah, me neither. They all running together.
Yeah, I'm
Jared
like,
and I
it was-
nearly got the
It's a
same
blessing, though.
answer. Holy
I'm hoping it's the
smokes.
right year.
All right,
might
I
lose
started
my
off
points.
with Russell Westbrook 2016.
I want to say it was the same year, but it's probably John's got the year, but I want to say 2018.
But Jokic-
Russell Westbrook
Yeah.
for the
Dennis?
Did Jokic
the
have
Thunder.
one? I got David Robinson in 92. I put 92, but I may say 94. But I'm going to say 92. David Robinson, 92.
I said Russell Westbrook 2022.
Oh.
The GOAT!
Should I get that? I said it might be 94.
That's why he's the GOAT.
Russell was.
Do we give him a point? Do we give him half a point?
You know,
Give him one.
I should give it 2 1
All
point.
right, all right.
I'll say
I
give
give him a
it
point.
Give him
And the
one.
year decade, get a decade, and he's close.
I was, and I even said it may. I said it might be 94.
Triple double.
I thought he got a quadruple double
No,
one
it
of
was
the
a
games.
triple.
You know why they did? Is because they called it a quadruple double because he had 10 turnovers with
He had a dirty
Yes, that's what it was.
quad. He had a dirty
But it
quadruple.
wasn't a good one.
it. And I'll be beating these guys in some sports trivia later on today. So
Yeah,
stay
good.
tuned. We got a good show.
Good luck to you, Coach.
All right, so that was a lot of fun. Let's see. We got all the answers. All right. So that's it for this week's show of the Cool FM Live Sports Show, brought to you by Seniors Helping Seniors, with supporting sponsors Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, Fyzical Balance Center. We appreciate all of our sponsors so much. We really do. They come in, they take care of us. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here today doing this for our
sure.
young athletes and for anybody
sure.
else that's watching. So thank you to them. Any last words from anybody going out? Anything
Go
cool?
watch some hockey. No, but seriously,
Sign
Sierra
up on your
Vista,
hockey trivia.
Sierra Vista, come out tonight. The Christmas Lights Parade is going to be tonight in town,
Yes.
so please come out and support all the different local organizations that'll be participating in the parade.
Get in the festive mode of this holiday season.
About that
Beautiful.
time, huh?
All right, and it's live. All right, live show. All right, so that's it from the Cool FM Live Sports Show. My name is Jon Berger. This is Jared Young, Coach Dennis Baker, Coach Lassiter. We got the guys in the back over here. We got Cody. We got Dan Powers. We'd like to thank Cool FM for putting us on. Thank you. God bless.